Morning, Riders. Today is November 30th. My name is Cameron Nestor.
And I'm Christian Harris. Mr. Fennemore did a exploding pumpkin experiment last month. Let's go take a look.
So we blowing up the pumpkins outside today. It was kind of cool. Scared me a little bit because all you heard was like a bow. Yeah, it wasn't like nothing I expected. I didn't expect it to be like that and stuff. It was a really interesting experience for me to witness. So in order for him to blow up the pumpkins, he used calcium carbide mixed with water, and that created the explosion.
Thanks, Nelson.
We all know college application week just ended. Let's see the Riders storm the dorm.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Hall, one of the school counselors here at the high school. This week we're having College Application Week. It's part of Delaware College Application Month, trying to get kids to start applying to schools. We recommend that you apply to at least 4. So this week we are giving all the students opportunities to come down and actually work on their applications. We've got people coming in from all the schools in Delaware as well as other community people. Right now we've got one going on for the military, so we've got Colonel Berger here, representatives from all of the different branches of the military, so good information there. Polytech Adult Ed will be here, I believe today. So basically the whole point of this is just to help you guys apply to college, so come on down. All right, here is Cesar Rodriguez Storm the Dorm, traveling dorm bus. So this has been really great for College Application Week for all of our seniors to come on and kind of get to experience what a dorm is actually like. Furniture is actually what you're going to see in the dorm. There's some examples of other students that are actually in school right now, just kind of giving students a feeling of being in a dorm room, things you're going to be seeing. There's different study tips and tips to kind of be successful at school. It's been a really good addition to our College Application Week this year.
Thanks, Ron.
Something new this year, a living yearbook for seniors at Cesar Rodney High School. Let's go take a look.
Thanks, Marissa and Will.
We all have heard about the devastating fires that took place in California.
5th grade Allen Freer student Aiden Farrington has seen it too and wanted to find a way to help.
Thank you for this great fundraiser, Aiden. Make sure to drop your donations in the box at the office. Now for our weekly segments, Dining with Dom, The Weather with Cam, and Kendall's Motivational Moment.
I should probably go do that.
Yes, you should.
All right, Riders, there's an elf hidden around CR. If found, go to the Del One Bank, tell him your name and the location you found him at, and you could be entered to win a $100 prize drawing for the Del One Bank. Go Riders!
Dining with Dom. Dining with Dom.
Good morning, Riders. This is Dining with Dom, and I'm going to be bringing you your lunch menu for next week. Now, Monday we have General Tso's chicken. Tuesday we have Riders' favorite beef mac and cheese. Wednesday we have soft taco. Thursday we have grilled cheese. And Friday we have barbecue pork and rib sandwich. This has been Dining with Dom.
All right, you already know who I am. Let's get into the weekly weather. Today we're looking at some cloudy skies with some temperatures in the 30s and 40s. And so bundle up if you're going to go to the girls' basketball game tonight. Going into the weekend, we are going to have temperatures in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. And make sure if you have plans for Sunday, bring a rain jacket or an umbrella. Monday and Tuesday will be in the 50s with a slight chance of rain, but never take my word for any of these things because meteorologists are never right. Wednesday will be sunny with clouds rolling in. We'll cover in our Thursday and Friday.
Good morning, Riders. It's time for Cannell's Motivational Moment. This quote is by an unknown source, but it's still powerful. It reads, "The past cannot be changed. The future is yet in your power. You may have messed up in the past, but bright things are ahead of you." This has been Cannell's Motivational Moment.
And that's your weekly weather.
Well, that's all from us. We hope everyone had a safe Thanksgiving.
Everyone have a great day,
And
let's go Riders.
Bullet is written by Alan Trustman and Harry Kleiner, directed by Peter Yates, stars Steve McQueen, Robert Vaughn, and Jacqueline Bisset, and is based on the novel Mute Witness by Robert L. Pike. The story follows Lieutenant Bullet, a San Francisco cop determined to take down the underworld criminal that attacked the witness under his protection. Welcome to Rider Reviews. This is Antonio Rivera. Bullet is a film from 1968 that won an Oscar for its editing and has since been hailed as the start of rogue cop movies like Dirty Harry. It also features what has been called one of the greatest car chases in cinematic history. Now, 50 years later, does this film still hold up? Something I really liked about the movie was the music and how it was used. The music is jazzy and cool, a trait that Steve McQueen is known for, and I think it definitely fits the style of this movie a lot. It is most often used to build tension, like when Bullet is searching for an elusive criminal or a shootout is about to break out. What's interesting is that once any action kicks off, the music cuts out and simply lets the scene play out. It honestly felt a little odd considering how packed modern films are with loud and constantly present music. However, I liked that it gave center stage to the events on screen without having to remind the audience that it's time to feel stressed or it's time to cry. I also liked the look of the film. The framing, blocking, and camera direction is really creative and often had me pleasantly surprised. There are several movements and shots that had me thinking about what kind of planning was needed to pull it off, leaving me impressed. This movie won an editing Oscar, and I do think it's deserved. The editing here is really good, showing us only what we need to see in scenes and properly cutting between two shots to change perspective or to illustrate a particular theme or emotion. I particularly liked the last few shots of the film and how they were cut. It left a really interesting emotional impact on me that I wasn't really expecting. A point that I have mixed feelings on is the pacing of the film. This film takes its time, and I do mean it takes its time. It is a very reserved film, all the way from the editing, to the music, to the pace. This isn't an action movie. It's a thriller, a detective story that uses the time to build tension, character, and stakes. Sometimes it works out, and sometimes not so much. I can definitely see many modern audience members growing extremely bored with the movie, and while I like to watch a film that isn't afraid to slow down for once, I'll admit that my patience was tested a couple of times. I also think the film stumbles somewhat in its characterization of the supporting cast. Lieutenant Bullet is relatable and easy to root for, and his quasi-antagonist Chalmers is also well developed as this slimy, scheming politician. Most other characters, however, lack any traits to really latch onto and ultimately feel underdeveloped. Finally, let's talk about that car chase. Is it really what people hyped it up to be? No, of course it isn't. 50 years of hype doesn't exactly temper my expectations, and I was trying my best to be realistic. I will say, the chase did surprise me a few times. There are some rather risky stunts and really good stunt driving throughout, and the conclusion of the chase was quite good as well. I also appreciate the chase actually impacting the story as well. For 1968, I could definitely see why it was given such praise for so long. But a younger audience of people my age would likely shrug it off. It's tame to them when we have films like Mad Max, Fury Road, the Mission Impossible movies, the Fast and Furious franchise, and many more I could list that have ridiculous chases and set pieces. However, this movie wasn't made to stun audiences with high-octane action. It's a thriller, a detective movie, not an action movie. Overall, I do think Bullet is a good movie. I was impressed on a number of levels, but expectations can be a killer to classics like this. I recommend Bullet to anyone interested in classic films, but if you're easily bored or have the patience of a 12-year-old Fortnite player, I would skip this one.